Hello everyone and welcome friends and fans of the Frosty Nut, and I've got a little update for you on the battery voltage display on the overhead not working correctly, and now it is working correctly, and it was all because of my little error that I made. So I've just fixed all that up, so now you can see it works perfectly. I'm going to show you first of all on the Phoenix overhead. We got 25.0 currently on both batteries. We have 25.0 on battery 1 and battery 2 displayed here on the Max 7219 module that I'm representing here, which will work fine on the 107 once you've this is just to show you that what I've done works, because we experiment with our Arduino better. But anyway, that voltage is fine. So what did I do? Okay, well, we got battery 1 voltage LED, battery 2 voltage LED, and battery 1 volts and battery 2 volts. Now, I told you to turn, in the other video, told you to turn these two off and turn these on and set them to display. Wrong. That was wrong. Okay. What battery 1 volts and battery 2 volts are is the reference points. Now, don't ask me how this works, but it works. You have to have the 4 individual lines to get the voltage display to be correct. Now, as we're looking at this, you'd see it just changed. I'm just going to bring this over here a little bit so we can see a bit better. Move it away from that camera a bit. Okay. So this just changed, and as you can see on the battery 1 volts reference line, we have 24.8999, which is what we were going on about the other day. But you can see that this is not set. I'll bring this back up so you can see it's not set, not set. There's no controller set for it. There's no device set for it. We just have a raw value and a final value. All right. So that is just the reference. So the voltage ones, bat 1 volt, bat 2 volts, are just references. Right? And the other two are actually showing the display on the LED. So if your V5 is not set up the same as this, change it to this and you will have correct readings. See 24.9, we have 24.9, we don't have that 24.8, we have it exact. So Rowsfire, we're on to the correct settings here, but I did change that and thought it was correct, and it wasn't. So, well, you need to make sure battery 1 voltage on, bat 2 voltage on, bat 1 volts on, bat 2 volts on, but not set on bat 1 and bat 2. So I'm going to go through the settings. This is what you need. On bat 1 voltage LED. Bat 1 voltage LED. We don't want any variable for the sim. No variable at all. Okay. Modify, we just want to click on use, and we want to make sure we've got bat 1 volts. Bat 1 voltage LED needs bat 1 volts as a reference. It's expressed as a number, and test value is 1, and transform is expression round, comma 1. That is correct. I didn't worry about anything else. Now display, you just got to make sure that you're on your display. On your Rowsfire, it'll say 6 digits and that. As long as the display is on here, that should be fine. All right. And also the same with bat 2 voltage. It will be exactly the same, except you'll have bat 2 voltage, and we're going to have our output to our module display, which will be the A107. The modifier will be as the reference. We're going to be using bat 2 volts as a reference, and the same again exactly there, and no sim variable. Okay, that's very important. Now on the volt ones, bat 1 volt and bat 2 volt, you need to have this, okay, and it will work correctly from this point on. So we do want the sim variable for bat 1 voltage because this is our reference. So we just type in bat up here in the search line. It's the easiest way to do it. Then you select your vendor, which will be Phoenix, aircraft, electrical, and then you'll have 9 matches. Now it doesn't matter if you use bat 1 voltage display, which then says requires V2 block 2, because the preset code is exactly the same. N underscore electric underscore volt underscore about 1. And if we change it over to the other one that says Phoenix 320 overhead bat 1, I just prefer to use that one. But it's the exact same code. So there's no difference there. So that's what's important. The sim variable must be set on the voltage one, not the voltage LED, but the volts reference. And then modifier, we don't have any modifier here. In fact, I put that in by mistake, so I'm going to delete that out of there. And display, nothing on the display. All right? Nothing on the display for the voltage reference, because this is not the output, this is the reference. Okay? And the same with bat 2. Just go through that, make sure you got your sim variable. So our sim variable, which is sim connect, and we have our battery 2 display, volt display. This is our reference. I'm slowly understanding how all this comes together. And then this will have no modifier either, because this is just the reference. The modifier goes into the actual other one, and no output display. No output display, because this is just the reference. Okay? So once those are done, and you save that, in my case, I'm just saving it as test 4. Just overwrite that. Okay. So once you've done that, you'll see constantly, you'll see what's going on here. You'll have in the references, you'll have the voltage reference 0.899, 0.799, but in the actual LED output, you'll have it rounded up 24.8, 24.9, which is exactly what is on the display. And if we now turn the batteries off, that goes back to 25. You can see 25. Turn that one off. That goes 24.9. We have 24.9. Turn the power on. Turn the batteries on. 28.6. 28.6. Turn the power off. 24.9. 24.8. Turn the batteries off. And we have exact voltage there that we needed. So I hope that helped out. Sorry about the confusion, guys. I may update this to a V6 on the flightsim.to, but that is how you fix up the voltage display to be accurate. So yeah, I hope that helps, and I do apologize for any confusion. And Rowsfire sort of basically had it correct in the first place, but I didn't understand why it needed 4 lines. But now I understand. Now we all understand why it needs 4 lines. You have a reference line and an output line. Now that's not saying that that's needed for every single thing. We may have to address this in the COM radio or the TCAS. It shouldn't need that for those, but it seems for the voltage display it does, because the number is quite big in times. Anyway, I hope that helps. Thanks a lot for your watching, and please give a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. If you leave a comment and say, hey, I was an idiot in the first place, so that's fine, I can handle that too. We all make mistakes. This is a big learning curve. I'm not an expert on Moby Flight or Arduino, and there's a lot of people out there that know a little bit more, but together we're going to narrow it down to the basics for the average simmer and that, and keep it as simple as we can. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay frosty.